privacy.
It is public information.
I hear you.
And you're going to allow this to fester longer, Kareem, unless the White House answers the question.
Hold on a second. There's no reason to go back and forth and be in this aggressive way.
Miffed around here about how information's been shared with the press corps about it.
Good midday, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. I want to tell every last one of you guys, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to view my content. If you have been enjoying my content and you'd like to see more of it, make sure you hit this button right here so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm and that my content can consistently be recommended to you. Now, I know y'all are sitting there like, dude, what the heck is going on? Y'all saw that exchange right there a little bit, right? Don't worry, I'm gonna show y'all, don't worry. Before we get to any of that, make sure you follow me on all the platforms above and below. And also double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel. So as you guys just seen there, a little bit of a preview, there was a heated back and forth with the press and the press secretary, right? Yeah, the press secretary. I know it's secretary, but I'm just saying as, some of y'all know, y'all find any way to try to nitpick something out, but I do say things in a funny way sometimes just to kind of throw things off a little bit. You know what I mean, Burn? Y'all don't know nothing about that, do y'all? Y'all know anything about Ernie? Anyway, back to the subject at hand. Y'all, can we just be real and say that the elites, those people that are working with those spiritual entities, that they all of a sudden said, now we're going to crank the dial and do a little bit of this right here. What do you mean? After that debate, it seemed like all hell broke loose, didn't it? Not all hell, some hell. Democrat Party's turned on Joe Biden. A lot of the donors are saying they're pulling out. A lot of them are pulling out. They're even trying to get Hollywood in on, look, we got to cut back on trying to support Biden with these, with our support of him, They're doing that. Now, all of a sudden, which don't get me wrong, Peter Ducey always been the guy. I like Peter. He's always been somebody that's been really giving it to her, maybe because he's more leaning conservative. But now, a lot of journalists are coming out against Jean-Pierre. It's not so fun up there. Watch as she just starts to completely melt down and break down.
But the president, I can tell you, has seen a neurologist 3 times as it's connected to a physical that he gets every year that we provide to all of you.
It's a very basic, direct question.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a second.
8 times, or at least once, in regards to the president specifically.
Hold on a second.
Not what you should be able to answer by this point.
Wait, no. No, wait a minute. Ed, please. A little respect here, please. So every year, around the president's physical examination, he sees a neurologist. That's 3 times, right? So I am telling you that he has seen a neurologist 3 times while he has been in this presidency. That's what I'm saying. I am telling you that he has seen them 3 times. That is what I'm sharing with you, right? So every time he has a physical, he has had to see a neurologist. So that is answering that question.
No, it's not.
No, it is. It is. You're asking me.
But
I also said to you, Ed, I also said to you, for security reasons, we cannot share names. We cannot share names.
You cannot
we have to.
Others he would have met with.
We cannot.
You can share names in regards to if someone came here in regards to the president.
We cannot share names of specialists broadly, from a dermatologist to a neurologist. We cannot share names. There are security reasons. We have to protect. I understand that. I hear you.
Right there for anyone to see.
Ed, I hear you. I cannot from here confirm any of that because we have to keep their privacy. I think they would appreciate that too. We have to give them.
The doctor.
We have to keep their privacy.
It is public information.
I hear you. Guys, hold on a second. There's no reason to go back and forth and be in this aggressive way.
Miffed around here about how information's been shared with the press corps about him.
What do you missed about? What do you missed about?
Everything he just asked about.
And then every time I come back and I answer the question that you guys asked.
Correctly, didn't have to come back and clean it up.
I never answered the question incorrectly. incorrectly. That is not true. I was asked about a medical exam. I was asked about a physical. That was in the line of question that I answered. And I said, no, he did not have a medical exam. And I still stand by that. Matter of fact, the president still stands by that. He had a verbal check-in. That is something that the president has a couple times a week. A couple times a week.
Now in regards to Dr. Kevin Kennard.
And I am telling you right now that I am not sharing confirming names from here. It is a security reasons. I am not going to do that, Ed. It doesn't matter how hard you push me. It doesn't matter how angry you get with me. I'm not going to confirm a name. It doesn't matter if it's even in the log. I am not going to do that from here. That is not something I am going to do. What I can share with you is that the president has seen a neurologist for his physical 3 times. 3 times. And it is in the reporting that we share a comprehensive reporting. Matter of fact, it's more than what the last guy shared, and it is in line with what George W. Bush did. It's in line with what Obama did. And so it is comprehensive. It is out there. I just read a quote from it, but I am not going to divulge somebody's name or confirm someone. I'm not going to do that. That is as privacy for that person. I'm not going to do that. It doesn't matter how hard you push me. It doesn't matter how angry you get with me from here. I'm just not going to do that. It is inappropriate. It is not acceptable. So I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, that was toasty, wasn't it? Very toasty, wasn't it? Guys, let me tell y'all something, folks. When you are told that something is public, it's public knowledge, it's for the public, why aren't they allowed to get that doctor's name? Oh, because a matter of privacy now. Actually, it's quite interesting that, I'm going to do this because I like to, I told you when I cut open the wound, pour the Himalayan salt in there, rub it on there so it can burn and make sure you're feeling all the griminess of the crystals from those salt cubes. It's interesting that everybody was able to ask everybody else about a Vax card. That wasn't considered private. But because this is the president, you don't want us to know who this doctor is, who this neurologist is that went in there and examined him or possibly evaluated him mentally. Right? Why? Because they know that people are going to get his name. There may be people, there's so many variables to this. If we find out who this doctor is, and he actually has his own practice, we know that the press is going to be there and they're going to be hounding him, which rightfully, why wouldn't they? Because they want the truth. Because he could be harming other patients. What do you mean by that, Ty? What if he is telling people that their family member might have some dementia and they really don't? What if he is telling the family member that their family member is okay when they indeed have dementia? Can be the same thing like this. So that's why it's important, folks, because you don't know what type of harm could be or could not be done by this particular physician who neurologically examined him cognitively, right? So I think that in this case, if it's supposed to be a means of public, is there anybody that can check the White House logs that say who it was that came and visited? Why not? Now, again, here's the issue that I have with this. If this is a possible lawful or policy-like type thing where they're saying this is public knowledge, why is Karine Jean-Pierre able to withhold that information from them? Why is she protecting this doctor? It makes it that much more suspicious. You're protecting the doctor that so-called gave him this mental examination. Why? When you know alone that this is public knowledge. I'm not going to do it. It's private. He has a right to his privacy. But the press has a right to know. We, the people, have the right to know, right? It's supposed to be public. Is it supposed to be public? Anyway, folks, y'all let me know what y'all think of this right here. I'm not going to lie. Miss Karine Jean-Pierre, you got an idea what it feels like to really have that heat coming at you. And guys, I suspect there's going to be a whole lot more of that coming at her because they're going to be questioning her about President Biden's mental state. They're going to be questioning about his physical state. They might start throwing questions at her about why does it seem like Joe Biden is the one doing it. It's going to be all kind of things coming at her. It's not going to be easy. And no amount of blink, she's going to be able to do to try to get herself out of that because she's answered it, but she didn't answer in the way that you wanted her to. And see all that she's doing that right there is just taking up time. It's going to derail the conversation. It's going to derail the thought so they can try to get on something else. But I got to give it to this guy. He held it to the flame, didn't he? She didn't like that. she started feeling like she was getting gained up on, which kind of she was. But at the same time, if you would have answered it right from the jump, you wouldn't have had that. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think of this by leaving it in the comments below after this video. Don't forget to do what you see right here, this visual aid right there. That is clicking on my channel. I know it looks all a little wacko, but that's literally hitting the subscription button right there. Don't forget to do that. Double check to make sure that you are subscribed if you are subscribed to my channel. Last but not least, hit that like button before you guys get out of here so that my content can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm and consistently recommended to you. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.